right, barbatus 1981. Moving my Pogonomyrmex barbatus into the new home. It's kind of a forceful move here. I want to do, that's what I was afraid of. But I want to take this out so I can put my lid back on. Look how filthy that is. Woo, dirty ants. Dirty, dirty. Hold on. Apologize. The fluon barrier has been working really well, so I wasn't really worried about it, but this is so I can sit down and without any worry. Oh, that's so disgusting. Here, I'll just, it's got magnets on it. I'm sorry, everyone. Give me a moment. Yeah, this is very ill-planned, but it's first thing in the morning. Because again, if you watch my previous video, I keep my apartment very, very cold. 65 degrees when I'm sleeping. So I figure, let's do this first thing in the morning when it's cooler. When the ants are not as heated up. As I expected, the good news is the water towers were fairly empty, if not empty. I did that on purpose. That's the ones inside the old nest. Now some might say, well, that's very cruel what you just did. Yes and no. Cruel in the way that I'm like forcing them, because I'm like, enough's enough. I spent a lot of money on this new home. It's beautiful. It's better. It's cleaner. You're being stubborn, so you need to move. Because I have plans. I need to... Basically, I need the space on the desk. I needed to do a few things because I want to add another outworld to this formicarium. This is my Pogonomyrmex occidentalis because I want to be able to clean inside there, and I can't the way it is. So I'm adding my old eyrie to this so they can have area to all those workers have something to do besides hang out in there so I can clean it out. Anyway, it's really not cruel, folks. Ants are very hardy creatures. They didn't survive all these millennia and evolved because they were, for lack of better words, soft or, yeah. I'm tired. I'm not sure where the queen is. Oh, I do know where she is. Nope, that's not her. I expect her to still be somewhere in the nest, old nest. Because I know she hadn't moved to the new nest yet. So I've been checking. This might be a long video, but I think a lot of people will find this interesting. I really need to get, I'm going to continue to use my cell phone as a camera. I need to get like a cell phone little tripod or something. Boy, look at him go, look at him. Just not happy with me right now. I'm trying to... Fluon barrier's working, that's good. Apologize for the camera shakes. Trying to lean in to see if I can find the queen. She might have been one of the first ants to be kind of dumped out when I moved that glass, but I don't think so. Typically, these type of moves, they're one of the last ants to want to leave that. Wait. I think that's her. Yeah, I think so. Right. Put my finger there. I think that's her. Yep. 90% sure. Now there should be some chemtrails leading to the nest. So that's another reason why I felt confident doing it this way, because obviously they're kind of in reaction freak out mode, but with those chemtrails, they should figure out fairly quickly what to do with the brood and the eggs, whatever they have inside their old nest. I'm hoping none of them decide to continue to stay in that nest. I don't know why they would. There's always a possibility. Then I got to take the old nest out. I got to put it back in that. If you watch my previous video, my little tray that I use with fluon barrier when I work with my formicarium, when I think the ants are going to escape, I'll have to put that back in there and suck out all the leftover ants and get all the if there's any larvae. God dang, neighbor's such a jerk. Some people are just inconsiderate. Like, I understand with you probably, I don't know if you heard that or not, but I think you did. I had my window open to get some fresh air. And I understand a motorcycle is like, you kind of have to rev them up a bit when you first start them. But I swear some jerks just do that crap on purpose. Like, I'm ready to go. Just to disturb and aggravate people. Show off, basically. If you're one of these people watching the video, please stop. You're not impressing anyone. And if it's true you have to rev them up, well, I get it. I have empathy, but still annoys the hell out of me. I still hate it. Let's see. I don't see any brood being moved in just yet. I don't think they've quite figured out what to do with the brood yet. These other ants over here must be freaking out because they're just, the nest is gone. The new home is gone. I'm going to reconnect it. Don't worry. What I'll do is I'll reconnect it, the old outworld, but I won't reconnect the new nest. And then hopefully, like they did last time, they'll start throwing their garbage in that one and make my life easier. Because that's what ant keeping's about, folks. It's not about what's good for the ants. It's about what's easy for me. I'll tell you what, doing maintenance on this new outworld is going to be so much nicer simply because of this this removable plate. This is glass, by the way, not plastic. So even if they break the fluon barrier and they start crawling up there, it's just with my previous one, yeah, these holes are great, and I recommend people get them if they think they're going to use them. But that hole is just simply too small to do a lot of like regular maintenance. So, and taking the lid off, as you see from my previous videos on my Pogonomyrmex barbatus, these ants in that outworld, woo! Well, that's not possible unless I was willing to take and put it in my fluon tray, or I guess you can call it for lack of a better term, and except the fact that I'd be sucking up a bunch of ants in my aspirator when they flood out when I open the top. It's interesting how they're some of them are trying to carry the larvae up, but you understand. I think what it is that it's like, because I put it this way, and they're like, oh, it's like, oh, I got to get it out of here, get it safety. It's just like, so they're just kind of going the path of least resistance, I suppose. But as you can see, they haven't panicked in such a way where they started to, like, yeah, there's a few workers carrying the brood around, or larvae, but most haven't done that yet. And I find that really cool. It's almost telling me like they haven't figured out where to, they have all these workers out and they haven't figured out what to do with them yet. Okay, now I'm taking a closer look down below. It looks like the water tower did have a little water in it. It couldn't have been much, because it's only now that I noticed that the bottom is darker. So it looks like that's what it's intended for. I mean, it's one of the purposes. It looks like the material absorbed water down below. Although I don't see any. Oh, there's some water down. Yeah, it's down there. So the water towers were not completely empty, but which doesn't make me happy, because I don't want the brood getting wet. Although, understand, guys, am I really concerned about it? No. It's just not what I would consider 100% ideal. These ants, they'll move the brood. They will clean them. They will do what it needs to be done. They will... It's amazing how, like, one of my mini herfs, I made the mistake, and I think almost like 90% of people that buy Tar Heel ants, Formicarium, do this at one point. I didn't refill the nest mate correctly, and my nest area, it didn't get flooded, but some of the water from my nest mate definitely leaked in. And they had a lot at the time. It was my Formica subcericea colony, and I was like in a panic. Oh my God! It's gonna be damp in there, and I called Mac, and Mac's like, look, you don't think these ants in the wild are used to, like, their tunnels being flooded for like a moment, unless it's like actual stagnant water, like it's a pond inside or a puddle, they'll figure it out. Just put a little extra heat to dry it out, and so forth and so on. And that's exactly what happened. I don't think I lost any brood or anything. The ants moved the brood over. A couple days, it was dried out. It was like never happened. So I'm going to probably get comments, oh, you could have done this, you could have done that. Yeah, okay, yeah, could have, sure. Could have waited, could have done that, but this is what I chose to do. Like I said, not worried about it. Why am I talking about it? Simply because the ant keeping hobby has a lot of individuals that have very, very strong opinions. I think it's a personality thing. It's not the atypical person. And I'm talking about myself, by the way. This is not me making fun of anyone or teasing anyone, but it's not what you consider the atypical person that keeps ants, at least not at the moment. I think we're all hoping, at least I am, that the popularity of keeping ant colonies will raise to a point where, kind of like where the arachnid community is at right now, how much that's grown. It's become more, for lack of a better term, normalized. Obviously, it'll never be like to the point where keeping a dog or whatever, because a dog and a cat and those type of animals, that you can truly bond with them. It's a much different experience. But Yeah, so a lot of the people that keep ants these days, they're, like I said, a lot of them are very intelligent individuals and very opinionated, and some of them, well, for lack of a better term, like the Mother and Water Boy said, lack the social skills. So sometimes when people are, like, I'm going on the forums or the fan book page or reading comments of the videos or my videos, and I'm like, okay, that was, how am I supposed to take that? Because that was a bit like abrupt, or the way they worded it was, could have been a little better. But then I take it, I brush it off. I have thick skin, and anyways, but I just like, okay, it's just, they're trying to be helpful. They're just, they're just very adamant, But anyway. I know it's a long video, but I figure you guys want to see this. Some people may want to actually, like, I find it fascinating. If I was to stop recording, I might turn the TV on for background noise, but I would come back and continue to watch. I'm sure the queen's still up there. I can't see her, but... Let's take a look down below, see if they moved any in. Oh. Yeah, there's a few in that chamber. Yeah. A few larvae. It makes me wonder if there's a priority system. Like, is it the brood? Because they're, and I believe I'm getting this correct for this name for the different stages, but do the larvae take priority over the brood because the brood are simply just, for the lack of a better term, hardening up or finishing their little last growth spurt, and the larvae actually need assistance to be fed and such? I wonder if there's a priority for emergencies, The eggs are the most important. I was talking to Mac the other day from Telltale Ants. Ugh. Yeah, my alarm, I gotta go turn it off. And we were talking about how, despite researchers and all that, but also how little we know about ants, even now. Don't worry, I'm going to turn off the alarm in a second. I'm just trying to figure out how am I going to place my phone. Actually, we're almost at 20 minutes. I think this is a good place to stop, because it's going to take a long time to upload a video this length. But I will, when I see any change or significant movement, I will continue to record again. And I will be watching this process. Yeah, so again, Brian St. 1, I apologize for the alarm, the motorcycle noises, the ill preparedness, and all that jazz. Feel free to leave a comment below. Like I said, try to be respectful, please. And yeah, more to come. Take care.